Good morning, tribe, and welcome to the weekend. We are here officially with your bald-headed boy Scribble tackling Friday's Galactic Challenge. Let's break this down. Today we find ourselves on Dathomir, facing off against the Nightsisters featuring Merrin as well. We have the global modifier of Dark Magic. As you should be aware by now, this modifier allows everybody to revive every 10 turns at 50% health, which obviously feeds into lots of juicy goodness for our Nightsister foes here. The player modifier is for Hutt Cartel. Now, Hutt Cartel, fantastic faction in general. Jabba the Hutt AGL makes this super easy, but if you don't have Jabba the Hutt, you can still get this to work, so don't fear too much about it. Essentially, if you have a Hutt Cartel ally in the leader slot right now, none of your Hutt Cartel allies can die until you have lost 100% of the protection on the leader. Because quite often the Nightsisters are simply attacking under protection, it means that you will not be able to lose your allies. You do need a full team of Hutt Cartel allies though. The enemy has got limitless magic. Essentially, whenever one of their allies are revived, they're going to gain a stack of Ichor. Ichor is going to give them stacking max health, protection, offense, and speed. It's annoying. So it means you don't want to kill them too much unless they are staying dead. What are the feats then? We need to win with Hutt Cartel units, no problem. We need to win without using a leader in the leader slot and complete the battle after getting offense up 20 times. So I'm going to go in and show you how to do this with Hutt Cartel, and then we're going to tackle the other feats. First and foremost, let's talk about using Jabba the Hutt. With Jabba the Hutt then, Jabba the Hutt lead with a pretty standard Hutt Cartel team here. You just want to put that buff immunity on Nightsister Zombie and slowly but surely work your way to ultimate. Now what you can do is you can choose to be a little bit cheeky, a little bit finagly here and not defeat any units. You might want to exclusively save all of the unit deaths, as it were, to Jabba's ultimate. Now the easiest way of getting that done, of course, is to just use basics with Jabba, because the basic meter is going to help fill up his ultimate meter very quickly. But you can also try to get a nice execute off of Boba Fett. Oh, that was so close. We nearly got the spirit there. And of course, any enemies that you kill with that execute will not revive. It is a permanent death mechanic. So what I'm going to do here instead now is I'm only going to be using basics to deal damage against these Nightsisters, with Jabba the Hutt in particular. We can throw out thermal detonators if we want. That will help speed things up just a smidgen, but you've got to be careful that you don't actually kill anybody like that, because that's just going to be ramping up their stats, their offense, their speed, all that nasty business. Not only that, you want to make sure that when you're building up your ultimate for Jabba the Hutt, that you do not kill a unit before Merrin has taken a turn. Merrin needs to take a turn because she will have instant defeat immunity after a unit has died, so we want to make sure that she does not have that instant defeat immunity, because that will, of course, stop Jabba's ultimate from actually killing her, which we don't want to have happen in the slightest. So, basic here. Oof, that Mother Talzin is looking mighty peaky right about now. We do have ultimate available, so let's make sure... Ooh, I mean, that's really tempting, that's really tempting. Huge! Huge! We got a permanent kill there on Spirit, so I'm going to make sure that we don't kill Mother Talzin just yet, because I want Jabba's ultimate to come into play first and foremost. Just do a little bit of damage there, and then eat Merrin. Make sure she doesn't have instant defeat immunity, guys. If she's got that instant defeat immunity, guess what? She can't be defeated by instant kills. So yeah, at this point it should be easy. At this point it should be very easy. They have 8 turns. I'll just do a big hit from Lando, and there you go. Like, obviously it's easy. We're using a Galactic Legend. But if you don't have Jabba unlocked, perhaps you've been working on their requirements, you can still make this work. Because the Hutt Cartel modifier is so flipping strong that it makes you survive pretty much everything. I'd recommend using a Boushh lead here. If you can't get your Boushh lead to work, perhaps you can try a Cad Bane lead, because he will basically be invincible. I would also recommend taking in someone like... Embo. Embo's got a permanent source of Dispel on his basics, so you can get around that zombie taunt. And Boushh Leier's leadership in particular is useful because of 2 things. Firstly, her contract is triggered by defeating an enemy with a thermal detonator, which is quite easy to do because, you know, she does a lot of thermals. But secondly, once her contract is triggered, all enemies that you defeat will be permanently defeated, okay? That's the real benefit. She basically perma-defeat your entire team becomes a permanent defeat. So I'm going to start off by throwing out thermal detonators. We need to first and foremost get that kill with thermal detonators, okay? So I'd recommend trying to focus on somebody that you don't like with thermal detonators. I mean, you know, Nightsisters Spirit is the easiest person to get this done on, and save that execute from Boba Fett. You want to save the execute because being able to do that is incredibly useful to permanently kill someone. So, for example, if we can get Spirit nice and low, then we should be able to cycle back round and get an insta-kill. I mean, we could even try and get the insta-kill here right now. This might be a little bit sketch. Alright, Spirit's not coming back. We got rid of one unit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on Asajj and try to defeat her with thermal detonators, essentially. If you can get two of the Nightsisters out in one go, it's usually pretty straightforward from there. They do have a ridiculous amount of recovery, so that is something to be worried about. But apart from that, 10 thermal detonators should realistically be enough. I'm just going to do one tap over here. Alright, great. How many thermal detonators is Asajj rocking right now? 7. I'm going to throw one more on her. Wonderful. Let's just go for it. Not quite. Not quite. That attack just didn't crit. Okay, great. So we've got a thermal detonator explosion over here. 9 thermal detonators on Asajj. She's going to be defeated. There we go. Now that one will revive. The reason that one revives is because we haven't triggered contract at that point. Now we should have triggered contract. Oh, we didn't trigger contract. Actually, yeah, we did trigger contract. Yes, we did. Apologies. I thought we didn't for a moment there. But we have triggered contract, which means anybody that we defeat from here on out isn't going to come back, which is great. With Skiff-Guard Lando, he is actually the biggest source of your damage, so you want to always be using basics to build up those stacks of Undercover Agent, I think it is, Undercover Agent, so that he can start one-tapping fools, because that's how we're going to deal most of the damage. With Merrin in this team, they've got so much survivability going that you really do need that damage output coming out of Skiff-Guard Lando. And you'll see that the enemy can't defeat us because they're never attacking the protection on Boushh. So I'm just going to pass back around to Boushh here. Throw out some more thermals. Oh, we got a kill there. Asajj is gone. Asajj has officially bit the dust. Now it's just a case of, let's try and get rid of Merrin. She's going to be annoying. She will be a pain in the bum. Basic from Embo, like we said, dispels. Let's focus on Merrin for now. Highly recommend you mod your Boushh to have potency. Always basics with Skiff-Guard Lando as well. I'm not sure why he's not double tapping. He should be. Oh, we haven't used the stacks of Undercover Agent just yet. Let's perhaps focus on getting that done. Yeah, let's go ahead and just kick Merrin, I guess. I don't have particularly good modding on these guys. It's only really the only focus I've really put into the modding is on Boushh at the moment, just to increase her potency. Because I find that Merrin will resist quite a lot of thermal detonators otherwise. Come on, I think she's around about 200% potency. Now this does take a little bit of time. It's good to use the basic, by the way, with Santi on Zombie, so that Zombie gets that shock. Alright. So, keep on using basics here with Skiff-Guard Lando. He's at 4 stacks of Undercover Agent right now. We want that to keep rising. Keep rising, baby. Extra damage. We'll throw out thermals. Yeah, didn't really do enough damage there, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. We've got 1 stack of Undercover Agent. Fantastic. That means he's going to be double tapping when he basics now, and it'll mean getting to the next stack and the next stack and the next stack of Undercover Agent becomes easier and easier. 4 stacks of Undercover Agent. We're nearly getting to that point now where we can actually just defeat Merrin. There we go. Merrin's gone. As soon as Merrin's gone, you should be laughing, guys. Just focus all in. Probably hit order at this point, but you might need to deal with that zombie just a little bit. Nearly there. There we go. And Mommy's gone, and that's it. It does take a while, guys. You know, we're at 6 minutes and a half here. It does take a while, but as soon as you get rid of Merrin, life is so much easier. It's very difficult to do at the start, of course, unless you can get a lucky rocket from Boushh, but it is possible. It is possible. So let's take a look at getting that offense up and that win with no leader. So, for offense up and no leader, we're going in with Wat Tambor, with Gas, Jedi Knight Revan, Luke Skywalker, and Shaak Ti. So we're using our good boy Wat Tambor because he can pass weapons tech. Anybody that defeats a unit that has weapons tech active will prevent revives completely. Isn't that nice? So we'll go ahead and put that on Jedi Knight Luke because he's going to be our source of damage. Shaak Ti, when she does a basic, passes everybody who does not have offense up and gives them offense up. Isn't that nice? I'm going to direct focus straight over to Merrin at the start, and we're just going to go from there. We'll use the AoE Repulse. That AoE Repulse is going to do a number of things, guys. It's going to deal great damage, obviously. Does great... well, no, it's not going to deal great damage because there's no Galactic Legends on the team. It's going to AoE stun, and it's going to put vulnerable on the enemy team, but it's also going to reduce their crit damage, and it's also going to reduce their max health. So we're then going to do AoEs. Gas over here, whenever Gas attacks a person who does not have any protection, is also going to reduce their max health by 20%, I want to say. So we just constantly want to be doing that, constantly reducing stats, and that basic there from Jedi Knight Luke has gone ahead and killed Merrin, and she's gone completely, and now the game is easy. The game is easy. The only thing we have to do now is make sure that we get all that offense up. So whenever you get an opportunity with Shaak Ti, you go ahead and you use that basic. What we can do probably is just keep attacking zombie at a certain point. I'm going to go after Mother Talzin here and then call in Shaak Ti because that's going to pass me more offense up if I didn't have it on any units. And we just play the waiting game, baby. Let's see. I mean, we could go for the heal, but I'm just going to keep passing offense up, I think. That's what we're going to do. Now, the great thing is we can control when we finish this match. If we leave zombie alive and one Nightsister unit alive, we should always be able to keep them reviving, essentially. So, Jedi Knight Luke, I'm going to try and focus on getting rid of problem units, essentially. So, people like Mother Talzin is a bit of a problem, I feel. So she's going to be my next target. Doesn't really matter if you lose units, of course, because they will revive. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Another repulse over here. Decrease their stats. Oh, we can get a nice AoE off of Gas. And we can decrease the max health on Mother Talzin to make her that much easier. Direct focus on her. There we go, reducing stats. Is anybody missing offense up? No, not yet. So let's just call in Luke. I want to see if we can actually get rid of Mother Talzin. Nope, she's got loads of health, so I'm going to call in Gas. Wonderful. We should be able to kill her with the next hit from Luke, I feel. We'll find that out soon enough. Yeah, let's just go ahead and basic and get some more offense up. There we go. The counterattack from Luke is all we needed. AoE over here, and I guess I'll try to get rid of Asajj. Getting rid of Asajj will make things easier again. And then we can just focus on zombie to make sure that, you know, we get that offense up. We want to drag out the battle just a little bit to make sure that those offense ups always trigger. Unfortunately, the zombie had an ill-timed revive there, or taunt rather. I'll decrease zombie stats. Why not? Yeah, we'll keep going because Asajj at the moment is looking okay. Get that offense up. And that should be a permanent kill. Okay, great. So now now what we should do if we're worried about the offense up is you just don't want to hurt that Nightsister Spirit. Keep Nightsister Spirit alive and just time it out. Just keep doing basics slowly over time with Shaak Ti and you should be fine. Of course, we just need to wait for the offense ups to expire, but if you just constantly basic, we'll be getting them eventually anyway, right? And that zombie's going to be so weak. So weak. I'm too weak. So yeah, just farm this out for a couple of minutes or so until you feel like you've managed to get all of the hits that you need, and then finish it off. It should be relatively straightforward because, you know, you've done so much max health damage to these characters, you've ramped up your own offense, etc, etc. We should be good. So let's finish this off, and I think we should be fine. I think at this point we will be absolutely fine. Dodged. And yeah, finish you off. Wonderful. Just basics with Shaak Ti, obviously. Pass assist. And that should be that. No leader and offense up as well. Isn't that Wonderful. Imperial troopers, of course, do gain offense up whenever they defeat an enemy, thanks to General Veer's, I think it's unique, I want to say. Is that right? Aggressive tactician whenever an enemy is defeated while Veers is active. Imperial trooper allies are going to gain offense up. So this is a really easy way of getting offense up. Now, we are going to throw in Death Trooper here because Death Trooper has got Death Mark, and you know what Death Mark does? It prevents people from reviving. Isn't that wonderful? Now, you should probably actually not take in Dark Trooper here because he actually can't revive. So if we do actually get to that point where we lose all the stacks of him, then he is definitely not coming back. So we're going to mass assist on Nightsister Spirit. The reason I choose Spirit is because Spirit is the weakest of the enemies, and that means she is going to die the quickest. We need to get that first death just so that we can start throwing out Death Mark onto people, okay? So let's just do the punch. Do the punch. I mean, I wasn't expecting us to completely one-tap there, but that's okay. Death Mark. Punch, punch. Oh my god, Merrin has absolutely bitten the dust there. Absolutely bitten the dust. She ain't coming back. She ain't coming back at all. I'm not sure how that person survived there. Silly Asajj. Well, gone now. Gone now. Punch, punch. So the fact that there are, 5 people in the team and sometimes they revive means we are definitely getting the offense ups. Of course, they are all going to revive again here. It's not really the point. We are just kind of wrapping back round here for the sake of turn meter gains. And we need to wait back until we get another turn with our Death Trooper to start death marking unless we can kill the enemy quickly enough. Which becomes hard, obviously, because they are going to be stacking up that Icor. That zombie in particular is going to be getting quite chunky. Oh, that was a rude dodge, I feel. A very rude dodge. See, death mark. Hopefully we can actually kill this zombie now. There we go. Really easy, actually, with Imperial Troopers. Just focus on that Spirit at the start to bleed through those zombie revives. And then after that, you can start death marking units and prevent the rise. Make sure you put that death mark on Merrin at the start to prevent her unique. And then if you're struggling with the win with no leader, I'd recommend just taking in a GL with Wat Tambor, throw that weapons tech on the GL and just start chewing through. I won't show that because that's pretty straightforward and easy, and I'd like to think that throughout this guide there are enough content in there for you to actually go ahead and figure it out for yourselves. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope to see you on tonight's stream on Twitch and on YouTube. Please do join me there. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to your boy Scribe, because why the devil not? Got loads of raid guide videos out at the moment, which will teach you how to get maximum scores in very, very many teams. Till the very next video, guys. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.